So Matt Gill, Managing Director of White Rock Minerals Limited, otherwise known as White Rock. Thank you for coming along to Canary Networks today.
My pleasure.
Tell me a little bit about you, what motivates you in business, and obviously what motivates you about White Rock.
So I'm a mining engineer, 30 years of experience, and I enjoy the challenge of the technical of building and running mines whilst building teams and working with people. So it's a great industry with a great mix of people and technical, and White Rock presents that great challenge and opportunity.
So tell me a bit more about White Rock then, because you've got a couple of assets. You've got one in New South Wales, you've got another one over in Alaska, interesting combination. I'm sure you've got a great story around that. But tell me about the assets, tell me about where the value is in those.
So our major cornerstone asset is Mount Carrington in northern New South Wales, just near Tenterfield, and it's got a gold and silver resource ready to be mined and for really good economics to come out of that. And our asset in Alaska is a zinc and silver exploration play. A lot of people say, oh, Alaska, it's a great mining jurisdiction, first world country, respects the law, and a great opportunity. So it's a really good portfolio of assets that White Rock has, given our size, presents a great opportunity going forward.
So focus for the business. I mean, gold and silver seems to be a key focus, and obviously, as you said, you've got the asset in northern New South Wales. Overall, though, is it wherever there's a good bit of gold and silver, or are there some real specific things you look for to focus on?
Yeah, so our Mount Carrington project is well advanced. It's got a JORC-compliant resource. It's got 10 tonnes of gold. It's got 700 tonnes of silver identified. It's on an approved mining lease with about $20 million worth of infrastructure already there. Just 2 to maybe 2.5 years from production. So that's our key focus, is to take that to the development stage, build it and start generating cash flow. We'll always look out for other opportunities, and Red Mountain is a good example of that, so that you've got a pipeline. A lot of people say, what's after Mount Carrington?
Yeah.
We've got Alaska, and who knows, as we build that critical mass, other projects may either come to us, as the Red Mountain one did, or we may go looking. But our key priority is to get Mount Carrington into cash flow positive gold production.
Now, commodity prices over the last few years have been interesting, to say the least. How's that played out for you, to your advantage, and where are the challenges in that?
So gold in particular is more than just a commodity. I'm a mining engineer, so I'm not going to opine on its merits, but it is a currency. It is a hedge against many other risks in the world, whether it's inflation or political risk. So gold is certainly different as a currency than copper or zinc or tin. The gold price has been volatile. That's the nature of the mining game. Gold, though, in Australian denominated terms, has been well buffered by the exchange rate. So a lot of the commentary that people will read and hear is US gold price. You need to look at the Australian gold price, which has the exchange rate component in it. So the Australian gold price has held up quite well compared to the US gold price, and we're denominated in Australian dollars. So volatile, yes, over the 10-year period has been increasing, along with silver. And in fact, silver follows gold. And so to have two precious commodities in our portfolio sets us up very well for that diversification and precious metals exposure.
Okay. Now, when I look at your organisation, you're a pretty lean business, which is obviously good from a cost perspective, but it obviously means you have to focus around where your value add is. So where do you see White Rock's value add in the overall process of exploration and mining?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I think a very easy, clear answer to that is the optics when you look at our board. There are 4 directors on our board, 3 of us are mining engineers. We're developers and operators of mines. You need geologists and lawyers and accountants, but it's a clear message to the market that we intend to build this mine, and our value add is in the collective experience of our ability to develop and operate mines. So our opportunity is with the assets is to build the team, and I've done that previously on a number of occasions, and get those mines into production, and that's our value add.
So, final question to you. You've got a room full of investors here at the Canary Network event who are looking for people to invest in. Why should they look at you, and why should they put you on their portfolio of interesting options?
So I would say to the investor that we're a great opportunity to invest in a company that has gold and silver, so great precious commodities, that has a great board and a management team to develop those projects with financing in place to build the mine.
Matthew, thank you very much indeed. Really glad you've come along today, and look forward to seeing you again and hearing your success stories over the next 12, 24 months.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.